All right. Well, good morning. We'll get started here in just a moment. I just did a fresh install of Linux Mint Cinnamon. Maybe I should start this with Welcome to the Total OS Center for Obsolete Computers. How can I direct your call? I have a backup PC. The power button broke and the plastic thingy on top. Anyway, I was able to fix it, but considering how old these computers are, I'm very grateful they are still running. I've been able to keep these dinosaurs running with, with Chrome OS Flex, Linux Mint, and, believe it or not, Windows 11. Yeah, I would consider Windows 11 a lightweight system compared to some Linux-based systems like Ubuntu. Anyway, it is Sunday morning here in Ohio. And I know those of you who watch this will probably watch this later on. This was not scheduled. I didn't feel like doing any editing. But just a couple of updates. Well, first of all, I guess I have to say thanks to Dad. Thank you, Dad, for coming to visit to fly in from Rome. The last time we saw each other was, it was 4 years ago, before the pandemic, as all of you I'm sure know. And he was here May of 2019. It was a, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a happy, jovial occasion. It was summertime occasion, almost summer here in Ohio. The weather was perfect. We met with friends. He was looking forward to getting a potential sponsor for his movie after many years of hard work. Then, of course, we all know what happened as the world, for many people, the world came crashing down. And it seems like just recently, the World Health Organization declared that the global COVID emergency is officially over. That's good news, but for many people, their lives are probably not back to normal yet, as our lives are not quite back to normal yet. We're grateful that we're healthy and here. I felt bad for him. He flew in healthy and he left sneezing. The weather here last week for like 5-6 days was absolutely horrendous. We had a combination of rain, snow, drizzle, wind. It was horrible, and I felt so bad for him. But he took it in stride like the dad that he is. If you haven't already, take a look at the interview I did with Dad. We actually had planned this 3-4 years ago. But this was his career in movies. It started with the making of The Godfather, and anyway, I won't go back into that. Just watch the interview. I think you'll find it very entertaining, to say the least. You'll probably never see an interview quite like this, I guarantee it. Anyway, it was good to see him. He's flying back to Rome today from New York around 4. Back to the business of trying to find a sponsor for his movie. Man, this is exhausting. This type of business. When the pandemic hit, anybody who was associated in the entertainment business, especially the independent workers like my dad, really took a hit. It was rough. It was rough for the last 2-3 years. Very rough, but thankfully he's here. And he's healthy, all things considered. But the business of finding a sponsor for the movie continues. And yeah, if you haven't already, take a look at the podcast interview I did with Rabbi Barbara Aiello. She was a consultant on my dad's film La Croce e la Stella, The Cross and the Star. She's Italy's first make sure I get this right, Italy's first female Italian rabbi. that's an amazing story in itself. This was an interview I did before the pandemic started. Great lady, lives in Italy, originally from Pittsburgh, not too far from here. She was a consultant on the film. Listen to this download from the archive.org. Search Rabbi Barbara Aiello. It's a free download. She talks about a little bit about her life, the story of Faramonte. Faramonte was an Italian concentration camp that saved the lives of thousands of Jews. It was the only camp that I'm aware of, the only concentration camp that I am aware of where people were sent there to be saved. It's an unusual story that my dad's film is based upon. Like I said, we're starting over trying to find a sponsor, a distributor, and the work is, it's rough, I'll be honest, but we aren't giving up. So again, take a listen to this podcast. I think you'll find it illuminating. Yeah. So once again, take a listen to the interview I did with Dad. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. It's 4 years. Well, it's a 40-year career. He started 50 years ago in the music business. Anyway, take a listen, watch to this, then take a listen to the podcast. I think you'll find it illuminating. All right, what else do I have here? I installed Linux Mint. In my Gateway PC, I had a Chrome OS Flex on this. It ran perfectly, so I figured I don't need to do any more testing with this. And this runs good. I am more of a Mate person when it comes to Linux Mint, but Cinnamon feels a little bit somewhat sluggish compared to Mate. Not bad. I dual boot this computer with Mate and Windows 11. I don't think either one is faster than the other, to be quite honest. They both run fine. And yes, in spite of what you hear, you can install Windows 11 on outdated or unsupported or, whatever you want to call them, on dinosaur PCs if you know what you're doing. It's not hard. Microsoft has posted a registry hack to allow this to happen. They don't recommend it, but you can install Windows 11. It is lighter than Windows 10, lighter than some Linux-based systems. So you can install Windows 11 on an outdated PC. I was able to get Windows 11 running on a computer that originally had Windows 7, believe it or not. I was able to get that sucker running with Windows 11. So yes, you can. And by the way, you can install Chrome OS Flex on older computers. I got mine running on a computer from 2008 that had Windows Vista. By the way, I'll talk about this in a future video. Any Linux video, any Linux list that lists the top Linux distributions, the top 10, the top 5, that does not include Chrome OS Flex is complete BS, in my opinion. Chrome OS Flex, Chrome OS and Chromebooks, is the only global Linux standard that is guaranteed to work. I have not seen a bug yet in Chrome OS. Now, nothing is 100% perfect, but can you live with 99.9% perfect? I can. That's why I use the Chromebook and Chrome OS Flex. So again, any Linux distribution list that does not top 10 list that does not include Chrome OS Flex is at best incomplete. If you are new to Linux, you must start with Chrome OS Flex, or a Chromebook to really realize the full potential of a Linux-based system. Okay? Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this since 2006. And I'm tired. Anyway. All right, what else do I have to say here? Oh, finally, thank you to all of the supporters of Total OS today. It is greatly appreciated. I know I haven't done much in these pandemic years. I've lost some friends, family. It's been a little rough, but life goes on, right? C'est la vie. Such is life. All right, what else do I have? If you haven't already, take a listen to some of my dad's tunes. All the purchases here will help support the channel. And I really do need to get new computers at some point. I've been grateful these dinosaurs are still running. So this is on the salvatorpate.bandcamp.com. Again, all the purchases will go into the account to help purchase a computer or two. So two of these songs that you've seen here on the screen to the right with the red screen, these are songs taken from the actual movie. These songs were written by my dad, sung by the great Italian tenor Giuseppe Morone. Awesome, awesome Italian tenor, comparable to the great tenor Luciano Pavarotti. So you can sample these to your heart's delight and take a listen. One of my favorite songs has to be this one here. Oh, I fell for it, you are my love. Oh, hey, I'm screwed. It is the Oh, hey, I'm screwed song, as I affectionately call it. They're sung in Italian, but I think you'll get the vibe of this song. It's very uplifting, even though it is a satire on life. When sometimes things don't always work out. Is there anything else I need to say here? I don't know. I think that's it. I wish it wasn't raining this morning. That's all that I can say. So, anyway, thanks, Dad. It was fun. Safe travels back. Keep in touch. Keep plugging away trying to find a sponsor for the movie so we can finally show this to the world. It's a movie that needs to be seen. Yeah, like the rabbi says, this movie represents the hope of the world. Amen to that, Rabbi. Amen to that. All right. That's it for this one. I'm going to play this back. Hopefully this stream's okay. Like I said, Cinnamon feels a little bit slightly more sluggish than Linux Mint Mate. So I'm going to end the stream now. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments section below. I'll catch you on the next one. For myself, I need to get some breakfast. Arrivederci.